it's Bailey and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be starting off 2022 with my January TBR today. I have decided to start sharing 10 books in my TBRs instead of just 5 because I've been reading so many books, and especially now that I'm on maternity leave, I do think I'll have quite a bit of time in January to get quite a bit of reading in. I have been able to through reading on my phone, like while I'm feeding or like up in the night. I've actually been able to get through quite a bit through reading ebooks on my phone. And I also have a couple new fun ways that I'm going to be picking books to put on my TBRs going into the new year, and so I want to be able to share more than just those. So let's go ahead and get started with what I'm going to be starting 2022 with. And the first book I want to share is the Shelf This Book Club book pick for January, which was picked by Ashley from Of Fiction and Fantasy this month. We are going to do a later live show. I usually try to shoot for mid-month, but this one's definitely going to be end of month. We haven't actually set a date yet, but it'll be probably the last weekend of the month. And her pick was 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. I'm still not exactly sure what this is about. I've tried to explain it before. I did think that the magic aspect and her brothers getting turned into these cranes, I thought that she only couldn't talk about like why her brothers were turned into cranes, but I've actually heard now I think she has to become completely mute, so that makes it even more interesting to me, and I'm excited to get to this one and discuss it. It sounds like we're gonna have quite a few people reading the book along with us this month, so it should be a good discussion. Then I do plan on participating in Winterween, hosted by Gabby from Gabby Reads and Olivia from Olivia Reads a Latte, and one of the books I plan on reading for that is Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I did get it in my book of the month, so it's on its way to me, but I did last year read The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, which was her first like adult thriller, but I have read books by her in the past. Did she write Rebel Belle? I read that. I've read other books by her in the past, and she has like other pen names. I believe she's also who wrote the X-Hex. I think that's the same person, right? But that is one of my plans for Winterween. I'm also trying to get through my 5-star predictions that I made this previous time. So I'm going to read Tilly and the Book Wanderers by Anna James. This should be a pretty fun, quick middle grade. Then the concept that I have to get through my books I owned before 2022, I did make a goal to complete all of those books by the end of the year. And one way I'm going to try to get through those is each month I want to put out a vlog of me reading 3 of them based on a random letter generator. So I did a couple weeks ago go ahead and generate a letter for January, and I'm going to insert that clip here. So I am filming my spinner wheel picks for my TBR on a different day, so insert me from the past right now from when you're seeing me, but I am trying to get my TBR on paper, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it right now. I have my number generator. I don't have a letter generator, which this is gonna be fine, and I'm gonna pick a number 1 through 26, which will obviously correlate with a letter in the alphabet, and choose my books from my 2021 and before TBR stack. Alright, here I go. Alright, I got the number 2, which would be B, and looking at my shelves right here, B is one of the letters that isn't going to give me options. I have only 3 books ending with author last name B, and so those books are going to be We Need to Do Something by Max Booth III. And then it's actually 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, but I will be swapping this out for Shadow and Bone because I need to reread those first. And another one in the same situation, I will be starting The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken because it's also Through the Dark, and I need to reread those to read these novellas. So I did get the letter B, and as you saw, I will be reading these 3 books. I actually ended up with a lot of rereads for this month because I'm going to try to continue my reread of the Hunger Games series. Since I recently reread the Hunger Games, I'd like to just go through the whole trilogy while I'm at it. I don't think I'm interested in reading the 4th book that came out. We'll see when I get there if I decide to do it, but this month I'm going to try to read Catching Fire. And then another thing I wanted to do in 2022 to get to more rereads and kind of clear my shelf out if I need to is each month I want to random number generate a book on my shelves. My shelves are supposed to be my favorite books. I usually only keep 4- and 5-star books. So I want to make sure that these are still my like favorite things. So again, I filmed like 2 weeks ago me random number generating my reread for January. All right, it is me back from the past with my number generator again. I did just count through my shelves and I have 226 read books on my shelves currently. So that's the number I'm generating, is between 1 and 226. And I got 74, so let me figure out what book that is and if it's one that even will work. Okay, number 74 was actually Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, which I just read in July of 2020. So this one will not be the reread. I'm gonna generate again. And I got 79, so not far from that spot. All right, this one did come up successful, and it's actually Confess by Colleen Hoover. And I apparently gave this one 4 stars in September of 2016. So this will be my reread for the month of January. So Confess got added to my TBR. I will be having another vlog coming out in the month in which I plan to read If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. I believe that this is kind of like a bachelorette situation with a plus size main character, so I'm hoping I enjoyed this one. And then lastly, I want to be getting through my NetGalley books as well. So I have an ARC that's actually already came out, but is still like sitting on my NetGalley. So I'd like to get it read and off of my NetGalley, and that is The Donut Trap by Julie 2. And I don't know much about what this one is about, but it appears to be like a fun, lighthearted rom-com type book. So we'll see what I end up thinking of that. But those are some of the books I plan on starting my year with. I hope it's a great month. I hope you'll stick around for all of the new things I'm going to be trying to do in the new year. But thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!